Deschutes County Commissioner Tammy Baney decides to run for re-election. I'm Dave Adams. She tells us one of the reasons why.
Because I really feel that I need to stay focused on jobs and the economy right now. Having those as my top priorities, I have a lot of projects that I am currently working on, and I really feel that now time is of the essence of making sure that these things get done.
Can you tell us about some of those projects?
I've been working on ways that we can share services with local jurisdictions, and so that instead of growing our own government, we can partner together, such as sharing electrical inspectors, those types of job opportunities. There isn't enough work for hiring staff in our own counties that often we need to be looking at ways that we can partner together with other regional folks. And we are looking at some opportunities with the city of Bend as well. We are looking at establishing a fund that would help with business development here at the county. It would be a revolving loan fund. We have a lot of things that we're working on right now, and it's really important that we see those through.
Tammy, you say one of the things that you want to see the county do in staying fiscally responsible is to reduce the cost to taxpayers but still maintain the current level of service.
Yes, the only department that right now is currently having great difficulty, and that is the Community Development Department. But those departments that are fee-supported really should ebb and flow with the needs that are out there, rather than retaining certain levels of staffing without the actual need for that type of work, I think would be a disservice utilizing county dollars. So we've been able to match service needs with staffing levels, and I think that that's the most appropriate way to go about it.
What about Measure 6667? What's that going to do to the county?
Those dollars will continue to come in through the state budget, and that'll be through for mental health department, our parole and probation, and et cetera. I think that that'll be a positive. I don't believe that it actually is going to answer what needs to be the most important question in my mind, and that is, how can we do reform at the state level so that we do not have these types of budgetary issues every session? I think that a budget reform is definitely necessary, and I believe that 66 and 67 are a Band-Aid for something that's much larger.
What would you like to see? What kind of reform would you like to see?
I am greatly concerned about the way that our taxes are put into place. I think that we may need to have conversations about a sales tax, and I know that that gives a lot of people heartburn, but I think that a sales tax matched with reductions in property taxes and et cetera could really benefit in stabilizing our economy. That's a very large question, one that would need a lot more detail and investigation as well as in conveying the message, but it certainly is something that I think we might need to take a look at in the long term.
You mentioned about a revolving loan fund. Would that be something the city of Bend and Deschutes County would do as a joint venture?
We would actually keep Deschutes County funds with Deschutes County, but it doesn't mean that we wouldn't have the benefit of serving possibly the same business. What we'd like to see happen, and what I am certainly in favor of, is some sort of revolving account that might help in job creation, whether that's retention of current businesses, whether that's relocation funds, something that would, should the dollars actually be given, that jobs would be committed with those dollars. And so I think it's a fine line between government providing assistance to the private sector, but I think that right now that partnership is definitely necessary.
Any of the details yet on that?
We're looking at a revolving account right now in the range of about $300,000 to $400,000, and that would be possibly forgivable loans, possibly, and that would of course be linked to job creation, maybe a revolving account. We have for a long time, the county has had a business loan fund, but it hasn't been utilized. And right now, there's about $200,000 in there, and I would like us to set up procedures and a process around dollars that we can use to get into the community to attract businesses and to retain current businesses that are here. We haven't worked out all of the kinks in that, and I'm not sure where my colleagues may fall on what that would look like, but that certainly is the direction that I want to see us go.
Tammy, where would the money come from for this fund?
We use, right now, those dollars come from economic development, which would be lottery dollars. They can be general fund dollars. They could be really a myriad of funds that we could put in there that would go to, that we could link to business development